government is now set to shut down in just 28 hours tomorrow at midnight, and President Trump has a pretty good idea who he wants everyone to blame.
I really believe the Democrats want to shut down to get off the subject of the tax cuts because they've worked so well. Nobody thought, including the Democrats, they could work this well. They've been so good that I think the Democrats would like to see us shut down in order to get off that subject.
A budget resolution to fund the government for a month just passed the House within the hour. Republicans voting it through on their partisan basis, basically, to fund CHIP for 6 years in other parts of the government. But it's worth taking a moment to remember exactly how we got here before this goes to the Senate. First, the president ended the DACA program, which protects people brought as children to the U.S. from deportation. Then the GOP-led Congress refused to fund the children's health insurance program serving 9 million kids. Democrats wanted to protect the Dreamers. They also wanted sick kids to have health care. And a group of them worked with Republicans to hammer out a deal to fund the government, protect the Dreamers, and even give Trump all the money he asked for on border security. And the best part was the president had promised to sign it.
When this group comes back, hopefully with an agreement, this group and others from the Senate, from the House, comes back with an agreement, I'm signing it. I mean, I will be signing it. I'm not going to say, oh, gee, I want this or I want that. I'll be signing it.
We all know what happened next. With the shutdown looming, Trump tore up the deal that he had promised to sign live on national television and threw in a racist tirade for good measure. And now the government is on the brink of shutdown. Right now, there are bipartisan majorities in both houses of Congress right now that would vote for a compromise deal. But Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell won't bring it to a vote because they argued there's no point with Trump in the White House.
The president's made it clear that the deal that he was presented with by Graham and Durbin is not a balanced deal, and he doesn't support that. What I've been making clear is we're not going to bring a bill through here that the president's not going to support. What would be the point of passing something that doesn't go into law?
Instead, Republicans in the House have just passed a short-term funding bill that does not protect the 800,000 Dreamers who face possible deportation in a little more than 6 weeks, thanks to President Trump and the members of the Republican Party. The House passed that short-term bill a short time ago, but it faces long odds in the Senate, where 4 Republicans have said they would vote no, and Democrats are offering up near unified opposition. In an attempt to get Democrats to sign on in the House, Republicans attached 6 years of funding for the children's health insurance program to the short-term deal.
The states are going to be shutting down CHIP in days. Alabama, Connecticut, Kentucky, Louisiana, Oregon, Virginia, Washington State. These are states that are running out of CHIP money if we don't get this thing passed. And I can't imagine why somebody would want to vote against doing that.
Even for Paul Ryan, this is remarkably, aggressively, astonishingly disingenuous. You'll remember, perhaps, that the Republicans control the government. They have a majority in the House. They have a majority in the Senate. They have the presidency, the whole thing. They could have funded CHIP, which is, in fact, a vital program, at any point. Maybe just attached it to their massive corporate tax cut. They didn't, and the reason they didn't is because they made a strategic decision to use medical care for kids with cancer as a bargaining chip.